guys, I'm Geordiertools and today I'm going to take you through some code that I wrote. I refer to it as Geordiertools. This incorporates basically scripts that start, stop, back up and restore your validator node very easily. I know some of you might be watching this thinking, oh damn, get on with it, I've got a node that's down. So without further ado, I'll continue. So you can see we've got stafi.docs.geordiertools.co.uk. This is where I've put the documentation for today to show you how to restore a node. I'm going to show you how to install and restore the node together as if you're going from scratch. So you can see down the left here we've got the start and the stop node, clear the download folder later. On here we've also got open docs.stafi.io, which is all the Stafi documentation for running a node, and I'll be using some of the documentation in here with yourselves so that you can see what I'm doing. I'll obviously fast forward everything. This bit shows you snapshots.geordiertools.co.uk, which there's the snapshot I'll be using to restore from today to get the node back up and running. This is better than syncing from scratch. Let's start the timer so we can see how long this takes. I'll be fast forwarding some bits. I'm just going to connect to my demo system here, which is running Ubuntu 18.04. Just going to put my details in, put my root user in, stuck my password in, and here we are, we're in. I'm just going to clear that off, and let's go to let's have a look at the documentation now for the node. So it recommends first adding a user and putting the stuff in, but the code that I've got will do that for us. So let's have a look first. So first of all, I'm going to make sure we're in the root user. So su root. However, as you see, I'm already in the root user. There you go. That's where it tells you. So yeah, I'm already in root, so I don't need to do that su root. So let's just copy this code down below. There's the copy. So copy that code. Let's go to the node. Right click to paste and then press enter. It says, what Ubuntu user would you like to create for running your node? I suggest Stafi. So I'm just going to write Stafi. Click enter. It's going to ask me for a password for the Stafi user. So just create a password and put it in. And it'll ask you to retype it. Just put it in again. So fast forwarding so that we don't spend all day on a video. That's finished. And you can see it's now in control of the Stafi user. Let's scroll down. So then you'd be logged into the new user ready for the script. So there's the next bit. So we copy that. Right click, enter, put your password in for your Stafi user you created earlier, and off we go again. So just wait for this. Oh, say yes to that. Just press Y and enter. Okay, so what's your validator name you wish to display on the telemetry? So for this I'm just going to write test_for_demo_Geordiertools. That'll be really obvious to us when we have a look. What is the main platform directory name? It's stafi-node. So write that exactly like that. Press enter. Okay, so it's finished. So let's go to the next bit. Just copy it off there. Let's have a look in here. So we're not ready to run the restore yet. Really, we'll want the node on first before we run the restore. So we've already got that user in, remember. A Stafi user was created earlier. So let's copy this bit because we'll need to add this. So just go sudo space vi sudo and you'll get in here. So I'm just going to scroll down. I'm going to put it just after root. So I'm just going to right click there to paste it. And there we go. So our Stafi user will have escalated privilege. Just Control X and then save it in there. So let's go have another look just to make sure it's in there. I always like to double check. Okay, Control X again to get out of there. Okay, so let's run the next bit. So let's download the source. So let's copy that. Go to the node, right click, enter. And there we go, press enter. Okay, so the next bit is to initialize the script. So let's copy that one, right click, enter, and let's get running it. I will fast forward this bit, so it'll be running faster than it might be on yours. As you can see, the seconds are flying up there because I'm running it at about 400% speed. Else we will be waiting around all day. And this video will be a lot longer than 20 minutes. Okay, so it's telling us we can add this path, so let's copy that out of there. And we need to put it into the bash RC. So if you type nano space, then the tilde / dot bash RC, enter. Okay, I'm just going to go to the bottom. I'm just going to right click to paste it, and it should look like that. Control X, click Y, and then enter. And then I'll save it. So let's have a look now. We need to copy source with a cargo env on it like that and run it. That means it just updates the environment variables to be using what we've just entered. Okay, so let's build. Now the cargo build -- release section never really works for me, just on my node. So I know to run this bit instead, which is just a nightly build. But by all means, try the cargo build -- release above. If it didn't work for you, run the one I'm running now. Again, I'll make this speed up, so we're not waiting all day. Anytime you see the blur effect used, I've usually fast forwarded to near the end. At some point throughout the video, I will show you the how long it's taking as well, so you've got an idea. There you go. I'm obviously running it faster. There we go. So I've just fast forwarded to halfway, just so you can have a little look what's going on. 19 minutes gone now. We'll fast forward to the end of the video, well, near the end anyway, so 29 minutes gone, still going. This bit does take a long time to install the node, and I've just fast forwarded right to near the end now, 35 minutes gone. And we're done. So let's have a little look. Let's see what's next to do now. So the next bit would be to actually run the node. That code to do with running the node though is in the Geordiertools that we've downloaded. You might remember us asking in the validator name earlier. That will go into that command in our start.sh, but I'll get to that later. Let's have a little look. Okay. So let's go and copy now our restore.sh command. Because we've got a node ready to go. So as you can see, Let's get down a level. Let's go back to the root level, if you like, and let's do an ls, and you can see what's in that root level. You've got the Stafi node we installed just before there, and the Geordiertools that we installed earlier. So I'm just going to paste this in here. Click enter, and then put your password in for Stafi. Whoop, I've done it wrong. Try again. There we go. Okay, so we get a little menu. Please choose the type of restore you require. Read the options carefully. Number 1, give me the most up-to-date latest snapshot. Well, that's what we're going to do. So click 1, click enter. And what it'll start doing is downloading. Now I've sped this bit up as well, because this can take quite a long time. Look at the end of there, see ETA 43 minutes as such. I'm running obviously very fast, but you've got to wait to that to download. You can see that it's 44 gig, this compressed tar file, this GZ. So I'll fast forward this and we'll get near the end so you don't have to wait. There we go. So 1 hour 20 gone now. I'm still flying through this. Idiot, about 400%. Oh, it's finished now. So it's running the start.sh for the validator. So the test for demo Geordiertools will start to show on telemetry.poker.io. You can see it's stopped the node now. It's now removing any DB files from the node, and it's starting the extraction of the download that we downloaded. So this is basically the extraction routine to extract that 44 gig GZ file, and it's extracting it into the node area. So this will take a little while, so I'll fast forward this. You can see the ETA on it's about 16 minutes. There we go, so 63% gone, 1 hour 32. Every time I resize this, it makes another line, so it looks a bit confusing with the progress bars. So just ignore the 3 lines there. Okay, we're nearly at the end now, we're 99%. 1 hour 40 gone on the install. Okay, here's another menu. So please choose the type of restore you require. The node will be stopped if it is currently launched in the background. Read the options carefully. So number 1, start the node. I will run the view log to monitor the background progress. So it's number 1 that we want. We want to run it in the background. Okay, so the node has been stopped. Launching the start command from the start sh. Delegating to the restore log watcher. Please wait, you can review the progress on telemetry.poker.io. So let's go there, because you should see the node that we named earlier starting up. Just go to the Stafi, and then I'm sorted by name, like by clicking that. There we go. So that's in ascending order. So we call it test for demo Geordiertools. You can see here it gives you a sync percentage. So since the time of the last backup, we're 99.14% synced or synchronized. So there we go. The test for demo Geordiertools. You can see how much synced we are. So and you should see the percentage moving as well. So if I try and get these both on the screen so you can see them both, that might make a bit more sense. So if I scroll that there and just drag this in here, you can see test for Geordiertools there at the bottom. You can see then how far we are synced. So when that gets to 4,152,000, we'll be synced. And this will just give you the running percentage every 5 seconds or so. It might actually be 10 seconds or so, I can't remember. It's been a while since I wrote that bit of code. So I might fast forward this in a bit. So that's 1 hour 41 so far. We're aiming to do this in under 2 hours. That was the aim with this. I mean, obviously it depends on your hardware, it depends on your connection, your download speed, everything like that goes together to take a long time, so it just depends. Okay, so I'll fast forward it there. Well, now 99.96%. Right, there you go, chain sync completed. So your node is now synchronized. So that's the next bit. You want to go back to the guide really. I mean, what we'll do is, let's have a look here. This is how to start and stop your node. And there's 2 files to do it for you. Let's have a look. So I'm going to stop the node just so you know how to stop it. I'm just going to put the password in now. Node stopped. So and then change it to start.sh, and that's how you start your node. See how it appeared there? And that should, and if it's successfully going to start, it'll give you the last block that it stopped at, and it'll continue on when it gets some peers. So let's have a look here. So I'm just going to go CD into Geordiertools. You can copy sort of what I'm doing here to navigate around the directories. I'm going to have a look in the downloads folder. Let's have a look how big this download is. It was about 44 gig, wasn't it? 45 gig there. If you do a ls-sh, it tells you what the size is. Now what you may want to do is remove that out. So we're fully synced at 1 hour 48 minutes. If you look on the clear downloads folder, just copy that. It's easiest to run this. It'll remove any GZ files from the downloads folder. Just click enter. There we go. So if you now try an LSSH, there's nothing there. So we've just took away 45 gig, because you wouldn't want to leave that file there because it's quite a large one. It'll only give you problems later when you try and clear some space, you know what I mean? So let's go back up a level. CD ... gets you back out up a folder. So let's have a look in the config ini just so you can have a look. Those questions are asked in the install. This is where they went into this file. So if you ever want to change the name of your validator, you can do it there and then stop and start again. And that will change in telemetry. So that's about it. What you need to do now is just follow the rest of the node instructions on the validator to be a validator. So you'll have to register your session key. So if you scroll down on here, I'll show you what bit you would need, because obviously if you're going to be a validator, it needs to link your keys with your running node, and that's what you do. You set your session keys. So I'll show you how to do this bit. Just copy that. And all you do is go to the node, right click and press enter. And it'll give you some code, but what you look for is where it says result. And after result, you go from the 0, just like this, and make sure you don't have the double quotes in. So that bit there, if you copy that, that is the bit you use for your session key. And you would do that on the apps.stafi.io website. But the rest of the instructions for that are actually in the guide, so follow the guide. What I've just done here is I've viewed the log. In the Stafi start stop folder, there's a view log.sh, and this will show you the running log on the node. Now this log is saved in your Stafi-node folder. So if your log will start growing, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the ls on Geordiertools. I'm going to go to cd stafi-start stop. So we're going to the start stop folder, and here you can see the different scripts. You got the start, the stop, the view log, and the clear log. So I'm going to do a clear log. So what that'll do is that'll basically clear the log file out, which is where all your log is collecting to. So I'm just going into the Stafi node folder, as you can see, and I'm just going to copy out what's in the log now. And as you can see, it's only about 7 lines so far in the log because I've cleared it. So you don't worry, you don't need to know about that. Just remember the script's there to run for clearing the log out, because you'll want to clear your log every month or so. So that's a recap. As you can see, the node is there. It is synchronized. There are 16 pairs and growing. It's took 1 hour 55 for this. Under our 2 hour aim. Obviously, as the blocks get longer, as the blockchain gets bigger, it will start taking slightly longer than 2 hours, but that's quite a good time scale, because normally it would take days to synchronize if you went from Genesis without doing a restore. That's why I made this solution, just to make it a bit easier for all the validators and the newbies. And that's it for today. Catch you in the next one.